All right, the attendee list has leveled off. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Once again, I'm Ken Kibler, Director of Training Client Business Support for eTruckBiz. We know you're busy. This is peak week, and so far seems to be a successful peak for most of our customers out there. And want to thank you for joining us as we cover some of the volume trends as well as other topics. As always, if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A or the chat, and we'll get to those at the end. And without further ado, I'll turn this over to Jeff Walzak.
Thank you very much, Ken. And as always, we need to let you know that eTruckBiz is not sponsored, endorsed, or anything else by FedEx Corporation. First, before we do anything else today, let's hear from Becca.
Thank you very much. So I just want to point out some things. First, I want to start off by saying that eTruckBiz is here to help you. And how we can help is by simplifying your business. And how we can do that is by identifying the problem, which is Network 2.0 and the operational complexities that comes with it. We hear this every day. We're talking to service providers all over. And now is the time to really focus on what matters most. And this is what is happening in your trucks. Might sound like a no-brainer to some, but honestly, that's where you need to focus on the most. There's many different things that's going on that you can make changes for, but we will offer business growth and support system so that you can focus on what's going on in the trucks. And what our business growth and support system offers is 3 different programs, which are the BudgetIQ, Performance IQ, and AdminIQ, and they all focus on different areas of the business. So BudgetIQ is going to be tracking expenses and boost profits in real time. We have Performance IQ focusing on the operational side of your business, and AdminIQ is to eliminate all of those non-revenue producing tasks so that you can focus on what's going on in the trucks. And we also have our business operations support software with all of the tools and features that you and your drivers would need to use. And coming soon, you're hearing it first, we are going to be having ezRoute. This is AI-powered route optimization. So with ezRoute, you'll save time and money providing a state-of-the-art routing app for your drivers so you can experience greater productivity.
Brand new out there, Ken. Brand spanking new app, brand new zillions of dollars in investment.
The sooner you get started, the sooner you will see results. So if you are interested in the business growth and support system, this is how you would get it. You can go to eTruckBiz.com, see the business growth and support system details, and you can pick a free offer. You can create a budget and expense plan or get a business consultation. That is a $495 value, absolutely free as of now. So take advantage of that while you can, and then we would start getting the results that you need. And also, I just want to remind everyone, you do not need to wait until after peak. I know that you're extremely busy, but honestly, sending me an email just takes a few minutes, having a quick conversation with me. And if you do get started now, we can start off 2026 on the right foot and get everything going for you. So to get the BGSS, Simplify Your Business, please scan that QR code or just shoot me an email at becca@etruckbiz.com and I will get something set up for you. And I promise I will be fast. I know you're busy.
All right. Thank you very much, Becca. And everybody wants to know what's going on with the volume. So let's tell you. So the pickup volume, if you look at the pickup stops, and let's try to look at just the pickup stops on the vans. And as we mention every week, Ken, the pickup stops on the vans reflect what?
Those are the smaller accounts, probably less discounted, but quite frankly, to the customer, they're the most important stops because
And if we look at this graph here, what we're seeing is the number of pickup stops, number of new accounts, if you want to look at it that way. They're smaller accounts, but those accounts are well above last year. That's great. And if you look, I don't know if you can see on here this trend line from this time last year basically to now. That's strong. So FedEx is out there signing up new accounts. Where are they coming from for the most part? Our friends in the brown trucks. right? So that's actually pretty good. Now, there is, however, the other side of the coin is look at the packages. The packages being picked up by these truckless activities not looking too good. So it's kind of strange, right? So that's on the pickup side of the fence.
Those are probably some business to business shippers, and this time of year they do slow down, but the business to consumer shippers should be going a little bit heavier.
And I think that's what we're going to see here. So if we look at 2024 versus 2025 on the delivery side, that's pretty good. So we're doing better than last year by about 1.5% at this time last year as far as delivery stops go, and then 2.4% on the packages side. So stronger on the big accounts, shipping a few more things, a lot more smaller accounts, but then those smaller accounts are shipping fewer, not too many fewer, but a little bit fewer packages per stop. So all in all, this is really encouraging. This is good. Now, our favorite thing, productivity. Somehow, some way, there were fewer dispatches this last week compared to the previous week, which is good. Look at that productivity, though. We're still not at where we were this time last year. Now, there's could be a lot of reasons, Ken. So there's
Yeah, I think we've got some weather out there, and I think that's definitely slowing down some productivity. Do I like 117 stops per dispatch? Oh, yeah. But where were we, 121 a year ago? Hopefully, this is a week where we bust out. Hopefully, the weather cooperates. We've got some stations that basically have been under weather exemption since Thanksgiving.
so it could be a little 2.0 in there too. That hurts our productivity some too. I forgot to put a slide in here, but their FedEx is going to announce earnings Thursday after the bell. So this time next week, we will be talking about the earnings results on the webinar here. So you want to make sure you come in for that because a lot of people like to see what we have to say about the earnings results. Now, we need to talk about something that recently there's been a lot of folks coming to us asking if we can help them with what seems to be a growing problem. And this is actually not too cool. And this is something that most folks don't think about, but we're seeing it happen, right? So, does it seem that you're leaking money? If you are, productivity and efficiency are the usual culprits. That's where you'd look at first, but sometimes it's something else. There exists a rising threat of something called payroll fraud, in addition to audit failures in contractor operations. So while the AO is focused on day-to-day operations like safety, service, and fleet maintenance, a single admin employee may hold the keys to the financial kingdom. In some cases, this setup has become a dangerous liability as eTruckBiz is seeing an increase in the number of contractors who discover their trusted back office was actually a ticking time bomb. Payroll fraud and compliance negligence are two critical threats that businesses need to be aware of. Payroll fraud can take many forms: padded hours, ghost employees, fund skimming, manipulated bonuses. And as a former director of loss prevention for all of FedEx, I can tell you there's probably 100 more ways people will figure out how to scam a little bit here and there if they can. So compliance issues like improper processing, like if you pay folks Venmo or cash, that's the worst thing you can do. We'll talk about that here in a second. State law violations, FedEx standard breaches, and audit vulnerabilities can also put your business at risk. These threats aren't just about losing money, they can jeopardize your entire contract and business. Relying on hope isn't enough. Businesses need oversight and controls to protect against these business threats. The audit trap is also a serious issue for FedEx contractors, where even honest mistakes can be treated as fraud. Rigorous, data-driven audits by FedEx are unforgiving. They leave no room for error. Learning on the job creates compliance gaps that can be exploited during an audit or taken advantage of if somebody wants to help themselves to some of your money. Evidence of any violations puts your FedEx contract at serious risk of termination. The defense, "I didn't know," is not a valid defense. You are responsible for full compliance with FedEx and Department of Labor and state and everything else requirements. We can help you eliminate this issue through our AdminIQ and BudgetIQ programs. The key message here is that you can't fix what you can't measure. You need to get a clear picture of your financial situation before you can start addressing any issues. eTruckBiz provides the expert analysis to uncover any hidden threats or vulnerabilities in your finances. We have deep expertise in understanding the unique financial patterns and trends in this particular space. Our analysis goes beyond the surface level numbers to identify risks that others might miss. An objective assessment is the critical first step. So there are certain red flags that we can identify when investigating potential fraud or financial irregularities. The first flag is a cost to revenue mismatches, where payroll costs are disproportionate to the operational volume of the business. Next, we look for driver pay discrepancies, such as inconsistent spikes in compensation or unverified bonuses that don't align with performance metrics. Lastly, we examine the company's cash flow for any irregular fluctuations or unexplained outflows that can't be traced to legitimate business expenses. We leverage our deep knowledge of FedEx's benchmarks and KPIs to pinpoint anomalies that standard CPAs might overlook. And here's the deal on this. If you think something is wrong, it's worth looking to see if it is, because you have the best pulse on your business for sure. And if you think something just doesn't make sense, it's worth looking, right? It's worth looking to make sure everything's okay. So, the key issue to addressing something like payroll fraud is to eliminate the risk of a single point of failure in your financial management system. When one person controls timekeeping, processing, and reconciliation, it creates a huge opportunity for errors or even theft. AdminIQ solves this problem by eliminating this vulnerability completely. AdminIQ provides a secure, team-based system that distributes these critical financial responsibilities. We have many checks and balances that single sourcing cannot provide. This creates a digital fortress that protects your financial data and processes. AdminIQ subscribers know we've been there before and we've prepared. We've successfully guided hundreds of contractors through FedEx audits, ensuring we are always audit ready with your documents maintained at all times. This means no panic moments when the audit notice arrives. Our subscribers can face the audit with confidence, knowing they have the support and resources they need to navigate it successfully. Key is being proactive and staying on top of compliance. That way, when the audit comes, it's just a matter of presenting documentation you've been maintaining all along. As always, the time is now to take action and secure your business's future. We offer a confidential consultation to review your current administrative setup. During the consultation, we'll demonstrate how the AdminIQ solution can transition your business from vulnerable to audit proof. All right, so don't want to just suspect things. We want to check them out, right? And if you're busy doing a whole bunch of 9 zillion other things, guess who else knows you're busy doing 9,000 different things? It could very well be somebody who's administering your payroll. And to be quite honest with you, we don't want to get too deep into it, but a large customer of ours who has a multi-facility operation, after some digging, we found out that there's a problem there. And it's not just that one. We've had some other ones in the past. But the reason we wanted to bring this up, and yes, it's smack dab in the middle of peak, you're not the only one that knows that's the case. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Got anything to say about this subject here, Mr. Ken?
Yeah, people look for crimes of opportunity, and it's an opportunity when you're busy. It's an opportunity if you're not in the operation. So even if say, I'm in there every day, I know what's going on. You can't see everything every day. Or if I'm an absentee owner, or I've got 5 different operations, you can't see what's going on every day. And often the people who take advantage of this are the most trusted people. And once again, that's a crime of opportunity. They now have that opportunity because you're busy, Peak is busy. And is it for their personal gain? Yes. Is it for the gain of an employee that they need around, but maybe that employee wants paid for 6 days, but only wants to show up 5 days? Yep, that gets them through. So there's lots of reasons it can happen. The biggest reason is opportunity. So having that extra set of eyes, people that have been in the industry know what they're looking at. Thieves do they find new ways to steal, but some of the old ways are always going to be there. It's like thieves will always steal fuel because it's the easiest thing to steal. And as utilize Jeff's experience as director of loss prevention, I've got a criminal justice degree, so I know a little bit about it, but transportation took over. But crime, yeah, it's an opportunity. When the opportunities are greatest, people who you most trust could take that opportunity. So,
Always got to be aware, right?
yep, awareness, and especially if you're already paying for a service that doesn't have the expertise, it's not going to cost you to have some expertise and to see things and to possibly reduce your risk. And because the risks are hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right. Stealing payroll money like what we just found this week is a serious amount of money. Let's see if you have any questions there, Ken.
Yeah. And we do not have any questions right now. Please, if this is something that you might have a suspicion and you don't want to bring it up here, give me a call or send me an email. There are things that we just see from a bird's eye view and just from experience of 40 years in the industry. So please, if you don't feel comfortable bringing it up here, send me a message, call. We can talk about it. But as Jeff said, we uncovered something this week that a serious amount of money, seriously impacting the business with immediate cash flow, and there's just long-term damage to your operation. Okay. So it does not look like we have any questions. As Jeff said, we will be back here next Tuesday to talk about the earnings call. It'll be a lot closer to Christmas, but hopefully that means the volume's going to dip down a little bit. But that will be the last day before Christmas Eve. So all hands on deck, but we'd love to see you here to talk about the earnings call. If we don't talk to you before next Tuesday, please have a safe and profitable week. Thank you very much.